Alright, welcome back to the second part of episode 7, where we actually get around to fighting Team Wild. But first, we kind of dick around at the station.
Yeah, I wanted to demonstrate one of the other training areas, which is the one at the station is for body stats, so...
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of neat to see these now and then, at least, like, you know, the one time to know what they do and what they look like. Because I can imagine that's, like, an actual practice maneuver right there.
It is.
It is. Cool. So the voice of knowledge has spoken. Also, why did you just walk into a chemist's?
I forgot. I thought you could buy stuff here, but then I forgot. No, wait. It's just a random store that you can't get anything at, so I just, like, oh, okay.
Endo has no needs for talcum powder.
Apparently not.
Oh, I think this one... Do I remember? No, I don't remember why I left this one in. Oh well. We'll find out in a moment. Here's some other random kids. I like that one kid's afro. Oh, I just left it in to demonstrate that Fire Tornado is the... or Goenji in general is still the win button.
Because he doesn't even need to use the Setsatsu, because...
It just went flying right past the guy. Yeah, the game is still kind of holding your hands in terms of difficulty here. Like... Gee, I don't know. Umbrella might have been a little bit difficult, which is probably why it took you by surprise when you were playing. Because that's the first time they really throw any kind of difficulty at you. Because even the Occult, who's supposed to be hard, once the plot's over, you really don't have that much trouble.
Here's actually one of the stores where you can buy items to heal your FP and TP, bracelets you can buy to increase your stats.
Someday you should equip one of those alternate outfits just to show what they look like.
Those actually don't show up in plot, believe it or not.
Oh, those are only for connects?
Only in the first game. In the second game, to my knowledge, if you equipped your team with a different uniforms, they'll actually wear it in the soccer battles, but not wear the Ryman uniforms in actual plot matches.
Oh, alright, we'll show it off in the second game then. But here's her buying a bunch of random Hisatsus that look shiny, and then going and equipping them. And then deciding that she didn't buy enough and going back into the menu and buying more and re-equipping those. Which I couldn't really cut out because then we wouldn't know which ones went on which people.
Exactly.
Oh, Endo learned Grenade Shot? When did that happen?
That happened when he leveled up.
And
I thought I'd give him another goal-keeping technique for the moment.
Did you give him Pressure Punch or whatever?
Yes.
Oh, are we gonna see that in the upcoming match?
I don't know if he uses it in the upcoming match. I know he uses it at some point.
Yeah, I know he uses it at some point. And you forgot that you already gave him 2 things. The thing is, each character has 4 techniques that they learn as they level up or through plots. Slots 5 and 6 are the ones that you can stick manual learned Hisatsus on. You can't overwrite the 4 that they learn naturally. So you can only give them up to 2 for manuals, and if you want to give them a 3rd one, you have to replace one of the other 2.
That is correct.
So that's kind of annoying, but also understandable because they don't want you to overwrite plot moves because they're necessary in certain battles. Like, the game will pretty much more or less tell you, you have to use this move before you're allowed to score gold normally. We already saw that with the Dragon Tornado.
Exactly.
If you somehow mucked up the game and didn't have the Dragon Tornado or the equivalent in a match, you would never be able to score a goal. Like, no matter what strength Hisatsu you used instead, it wouldn't let the goal go in. Or the shot go into the goal.
Because the plot demands that you use that specific Hisatsu.
Yeah, for being about Saga, there's a lot of but thou musts when it comes to the mechanics. I like how we walked up to the door and then we walked around. That's apparently how the station works.
Yeah, I don't
But if anybody was wondering, this was called Inazuma Town. We're not there anymore, but that's what the town's called.
Yeah.
And here's Natsume, who's keeping good on her promise to come and watch us, actually. You kind of were expecting her to, like, not, maybe? Oh, Spinning Cut, that's a good one.
Yeah, I believe I ended up giving that to Kazemaru.
Huh. But we don't really see Kazemaru in this upcoming match, I don't think. The AI has this weird tendency to, like, favor one side of the field and the middle during every match, and it won't go over to the other side. At least that's what I've noticed when I've been playing, is normally I get them coming down the middle and the right.
There's Fish.
Yeah, he was Fishman in the English version. British English version. And I was like, it's beginning to look a lot like Fishman? And Aki's like, oh, it was just a limo. That's anticlimactic. Which I'm not sure what she's qualifying that based on, but hey. And how did his little brother even get here?
His mom drove?
No, he says in a moment. Like right here. He snuck out, don't tell him. He somehow rode the train all the way here by himself, but he came from the opposite direction of the train station? So how did he get here?
Could be magic.
Maybe he hid in the trunk of the limo.
I will accept that theory. Natsume's like, country bumpkins. Squish?
Cat.
Oh yeah, here's a cat that says something. Not something helpful like most cats say, though. But yeah, apparently Endo has the ability to understand cats. This is never touched upon, but there you go.
Not really. It's just he can talk to cats.
And here he is talking to his dead granddad again. 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 I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
And then?
And then. Maybe. You know what? Actually,
This
I think
is Wild Academy.
Yeah, they always do a slide over when you're having an official match, so you can look at all the amazing 3D graphics.
Was his name Tarzan?
Yep.
Or Tarzan for coach.
It's Tazan, if I'm reading it correctly.
It's still a horrible pun.
Yes, it is. For some reason, in the British English version, he was Coach Savage, and I'm like, wait, why would you take out a pun that was already English and British? Because I'm pretty sure Tarzan was written by a British person.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think it was.
Probably. I mean, Jane is British.
Yeah, it involves British people. So here we are versus Wild, which I think is a pretty literal translation of what they were, so there you have it.
Pretty much.
Oh, you have Kazumaro in the wings now. You had him in the back before.
Yeah, I figured that the wings are probably a better position for him.
Monkey. And lion and boar. Gotta love their goalkeeper. He's got that really boorish nose. You're trying to stick in that kid. And you throwing out Domon?
For the time being.
I'm not sure.
I'm keeping him in reserve in case I need him.
I don't think at this point in the game you're gonna have a defender run out of TP, but hey, your choice. Back pass? Forward pass? Oh, that's
interception.
Oh, failed. Alright, go. Is that Handa? That is Handa, right?
Yeah, that was Honda.
Okay, go Handa. You just started the match, but just in case you ran out of TP somehow.
Damn.
What Ryman can do, lads.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Kabayama's not gonna...
Gabi.
Because he's a
twat.
Yeah, that.
He's a twat.
My little bruv?
Bruv. Yeah, that's what Saku says too. He says bruv. And he's like, go get Domon to do it. It's like, Domon isn't actually on the field right now because Momo just removed him. And Endo's like, look, I know it might look bad, but just running away and doing nothing looks even worse. Like, and if anyone laughs at you, I'll punch them. That was probably the more motivational part of the speech.
What is he telling his brother?
This is such bullshit. But Goenji's like, fuck your younger sibling, I need to protect my younger sibling.
I know. And like, what is on earth? How is all this talking going on right now?
Shoot!
The entire game stopped just for this.
Yep.
Oh,
let's just
there
pretend.
We go.
Let's just pretend they were having that conversation from the beginning of the match. But yeah, that's gonna go in because the plot says it will.
Bada boom.
And like that. I don't know how it regains its momentum to fly off in the other direction, but anime soccer physics.
Yeah. I think that's the first time I've seen Goenji do a front handspring. Why are we watching the replay this time? Because
she wasn't quick enough to cancel out of it. It can actually be hard to cancel out of if you do the shoot very quickly after getting the ball with that character, because that's when the replay starts.
Okay.
And you have to like tap the screen really fast to bring up the you don't want to watch it menu. I've actually had it happen to me once, but That is what happened, right?
Pretty much.
He just clucked like a chicken.
Yeah, his name is Chicken.
That is chicken.
I know, but still.
And he's like, how did they score with such a stupid move? And it's like, dude, kid, your name's Chicken. Think about that. I mean, if your first name was Bump and your middle name was Of, I'd forgive you. But
yeah.
I don't think it is.
And now we get started, because since we made that goal, we can actually score normally now.
Yeah, but now they're also
Ow.
gonna let us have it too.
Yeah.
Is that kid Hawk or something?
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, I think both their forwards are birds or something.
That would make sense.
That's Monkey right there, I think. I don't know, too many players in this game.
That's
man.
Gorilla.
Oh, that was Gorilla, you're right. Oh, there's a monkey somewhere. He's probably a midfielder.
Yeah, Hawk
Go,
and
Max,
Cheetah
go.
are probably the two of the better
Go.
members on this team.
And, yep, Heat Tackle is the winner. I would have kind of liked to have seen the horn train. That sounds exciting. I
think you see it at one point. You see it at one point.
Yeah, I think you're right. I like trains. And that's Chameleon who's running at Goenji right now.
No, that's actually...
God, that was...
Was that Frog or something? Because Chameleon's off in the left.
No, I could have sworn that was Chameleon because they had the curly...
That's Chameleon.
Oh, that's Chameleon. Fuck these kids. They're hard to keep track of. Also, this team is being kind of dumb. They're letting their best forward and captain waste all of his TP on break moves. So if he actually gets up to score, he's not gonna. At least I think he's one of their forwards. I think
Yeah, he is.
I think he's the middle center forward. It's hard to tell once they break position. And you should have passed to Goenji, probably.
Yeah, he wasn't marked. I didn't realize that.
And what was that?
Stuff.
So now Chameleon has it, and is going to pass it back. Why does this team do half of the things it does?
Because it doesn't understand soccer logic.
And why did Goenji win when he was facing two different people? He should have lost that. Oh, it's Goenji. He's still the win button.
Yeah.
Not so much Shadow or whoever the hell that was.
Yeah, Shadow. Fish apparently just keeps
Go,
schooling him.
Kazemaru!
Come on, Kazumaru, do a thing, do a thing, do a thing. Yes!
Spinning cut. Told you it'd come in handy.
At least it's the right color. Kind of matches his hair. I'm very picky about my color coordination.
I couldn't tell.
Oh, you know me. It has to look right. Or just...
Don't pass it.
Oh.
Oh, thank God.
He's gonna shoot. Teleport shot. What?
One of the shoots that I taught him.
Oh. What? That was kind of strange. I mean, even for this series.
Yeah, just a bit.
And it goes in.
Hey, it's a good shot. I think it's a Colt's ultimate shoot that we never got to see.
That would explain the colors?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because it looked like an occult move. It had the same kind of look as Ghost Pull and stuff. Why does the game even bother doing that? So what, it's 2-0 right now? Yep. You're gonna completely thrash them. And the coach agrees.
Apparently!
He was like, there'll be more of that in a second. It's like, whatever you say, coach.
You know, you're actually supposed to switch sides in the second half and go in the opposite direction.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, this game doesn't bother to do that.
No.
Or it does, and it's just it flips, it reorients the camera so you can't tell. That's probably what it does.
I guess.
Because if you just flip the camera as well as the players, you won't be able to tell the difference anyways. And there's Fish, he's probably gonna break you again. Yep. He's pretty fast for a fish on land.
That he is.
You think he'd die?
You'd think. But he doesn't. Maybe he's a guppy.
Maybe he's an amphibian.
But they already have a chameleon. Ah, they have two birds. And they have a
Chameleons
frog!
are amphibians.
They have a frog. Well, they have a chameleon, I mean, as a lizard. But they have a frog, and he's definitely an amphibian. And you taught Handa Zigzag Spark, or is that a
He
move?
learned that on his own.
Okay, that's just one he knows. Doesn't, Samayoka learn that naturally, too?
Yes, he does.
That must
Shoot!
That must be kind of an Inazuma move, then. And here you are using Rolling Kick yet again. We swear she stops using this at some point.
Well, yeah, I have to put Honda at his midfield position, because that happened. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm at the point where this move doesn't work anymore.
Corner kick.
What does a corner kick mean? Has to be thrown back from the corner?
A corner kick means that,
Immediately you get hit by the chicken. It's wind versus chicken!
Wind wins.
like, if your own goalie knocks the ball out on the line that your goal is on, not the one you're scoring on, but the one you're defending,
Yeah.
or if any of your own players knock the ball out on
your
the goal
side,
line on
yeah.
your side, it's a corner kick. That means the other team gets it because your team hit it out, as opposed to if the other team does it, then you get a goal kick in which the goalie kicks it away from.
Oh. I think I get it.
That makes sense. It's hard to explain. It's easier
To
visualize.
visual aids.
Yeah.
That chicken's pretty good. He still hasn't run out of TP quite yet either. But we have Shadow attempting to use his ninja magic. And succeeding. Is that kid the spawn of Floor Masters or something?
I guess he is, in a way.
I'm not sure I approve of this. I do not approve of anything that has to do with Floor Masters. And you're letting Goenji kill his TP by doing that repeatedly. Granted, you're already winning, so you know.
Like, okay, here. If... I mean, I'm sure they're gonna do something specific, but if Samayoka had kicked the ball and it had gone across the
The
back
box.
line here,
Yeah.
like, and it didn't score the goal, but it went, like, out of bounds, basically,
Yeah.
it would be a goalie kick, in which
The goalie gets it and kicks
the
it back
goalie gets it
into
and
the
kicks
field.
it back towards the field and it's still in play. Now, if any of the defenders had kicked it out that way, it would be a corner kick, which is what we saw before, because the possession would change.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm learning about soccer, folks. Sorry for derailing the LP.
It's not really affecting anything.
No. And you're changing Max to center because Goenji's out of TP?
Yep.
Makes sense. Hey, does Max know his really cheap good move yet? By which I mean, no he doesn't. And by cheap I don't mean he uses little TP, I mean it's really effective. Unfairly so.
Not sure. Not yet.
Max is really actually good as a midfielder and a forward, so even after we get other forwards and we don't need him anymore, we can still keep him as a midfielder. Because he's really good once he's gotten the ball at driving it back up to the field where you want it to be. That's because control is his highest natural stat, I think.
Yes, it is.
And his other really high one is like kick, I think,
Yeah, it's control and kick.
which is a pretty good combination to have. It
And
just
that's
means
the
you
end of the game, and
Yeah.
we, of course, won.
fried like fish fingers. Fish have fingers? Or do you mean your fingers? We don't want to eat your fingers.
Fish are friends, not food.
Indeed.
Especially that fish.
You won't have much cluck against us next time! I'll take
I
your...
don't want to cluck against you next time. You're a chicken. You'd win a clucking match. This is a soccer match.
Alright, and next episode we start the new chapter, I think.
That's correct.